What's up everybody, my name is Sam, welcome back to the channel. Something I wanted to talk about today was generative AI. I wanted to discuss how I use it in my workflow and show y'all how I make thumbnails with it specifically, because that's pretty much what I use it for exclusively. Something I wanted to touch on in the beginning, primarily because I know AI is a point of contention. If you are not planning on hiring somebody for the task, that's when AI should be used, whether it be to write a script or to make a thumbnail. Then that's the only reason I would say use AI. But if it's something you would normally hire an artist for, absolutely do it. I'm using the tools that are provided to me as I try to stay self-sufficient, but if you have the means to hire somebody, I would recommend going that route, only because it is, at the end of the day, it's hard to replace that human touch. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna stay on the mic, but I'm gonna go into the computer and show you guys what I do, and I'll even make a little thumbnail for today's video. So you'll see I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So let's go on to the video. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, you should be able to see my desktop now. First thing we are going to do is we are going to open Photoshop. That's where generative AI is. So let's let it open up. Now the idea that I have for this video is I would like to kind of think, you can actually see all my other stuff that I've done here, but I would like to have a computer monitor with something on it showing the after, and then I'll have the before. So if that makes sense, I'll show you all, but hopefully that makes sense. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna want to open my computer monitor. So let's go to this. I do have a little section that I put some stuff in there, and this is gonna be the monitor. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you know what? I know exactly why. And this is gonna be the monitor. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, as we see right now, this is not exactly Photoshop size or thumbnail size, and it's not going to be starting out usually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the crop tool here to just make it bigger, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it yellow. I forgot that was the color I had. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger, and then I'll be able to crop in to another section I have that's specifically for the thumbnail. Sorry, I can't speak. So let's just make it bigger. It's going to ask this prompt. I can't figure out how to get rid of it without having to click it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it, but then I'm just going to delete the 3 variations, which will leave us with the white border. I know there's an easier way. I just don't know it. So let's let it load. I'll probably cut this out. All right, so as you can see, it put a lot of stuff in here that we just don't want. So as I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete, and now we're left with this nice clean white background. So one of the first things I'm gonna do, I am gonna zoom in a little bit now that we kind of got it. Actually, let me extend it a little bit, because I think I want to do a kind of before and after for this. So I'm gonna actually bring that in and bring this side out. That way we can do a little bit of a before and after. Same thing, generate. So I'll have the regular monitor on this side, and then whatever we do on this side to show the differences. All right, and again, just delete. Perfect. Now I will have this on there again. Downloads, here it is. And again, this is just to show the starting point and the end point, which it is not at all where we want it to be. We want it to be the same size and same section. There, just so we kind of got it. So now this is gonna be the before, as I said. This will be the after. So I'm gonna zoom in and focus on this one. Now, as I said, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool right here. because I want to circle this, and I don't have the steadiest of hands, so this will follow the straight lines and any curves, and any curves that I might do. It just follows the edges. Right, following the edges. And then at the end, there, boom. Now, what I like to do here is, I like to create a new layer with the cut, just so if I have to do anything, it's there. But I'm gonna go ahead and focus on this. So now that we have it, let's go ahead and recircle it, just so we get it again. And again, I know there's easier ways to do this. This is how I do it, but someone who is significantly more proficient at Photoshop probably is laughing at me right now. But I'm going to go ahead and use generative fill. Now for this, do whatever you want. I'm going to put comic book scene, just cause. Now I chose the outside to see if it'll change anything with these bezels here. It could not. It might just add it as like a computer screen with it on there. I don't know, but I'm just trying to see what it'll do. See, now it didn't do a very good job, but even like this is acceptable to me. But I mean, you can change it to whatever. I can do flowers with a view of the ocean. So let's go with that and just see what it comes up with. Again, this can be kind of anything. My primary uses have been extending the edges, stuff like that. It hasn't been doing anything crazy like this, but yeah, see, like this is awful. You don't want to do that, but maybe if I change that to city. So you want to be very specific with your prompts. I'm not being very specific right now, but the more specific you are, the more likely it'll give you better variations. This one didn't do any. There it goes, something like that. Like, it's nothing crazy, but it's there. So let's just stick with this. Let's zoom out a little bit. Something else I'd like to do is, let's say, so we're gonna grab our rectangle tool here, and that's just so we can grab a specific spot like this. And I'm gonna go all the way down here, but I'm not expecting to use all that space. When you click Shift, you can also add more to it, so you can make it a bit more defined. So I'm gonna have it touching there, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say add a desk. So add a computer desk. And as I said, what this will do is it'll just add a desk. Now you can choose from any of the variations. You can regenerate it, whatever you want, if the desk isn't acceptable. But see, like that, I definitely use this. Now, I don't think I am able to kind of move it. But see, I don't want to do that because I actually want it to be touching from the get-go. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo this. And you can also take away some stuff if you click the Alt button. So by doing that, so I went a little too far there. I really don't want it to be all the way over there. I want it to be more here, so it's a bit more centralized. And then Shift again. And right here. There we go. Okay, so add a, wow, I can't spell, computer desk. And let's see what it does this time, because I really want this touching the top of the desk. And I said I made it a bit long because the legs will be long, and then I can cut out what's not going to be used for the actual, thumbnail. That's perfect right there. I mean, there's other options like that. It's probably, but I'll probably end up using this actually. But something like that. Now, what I want to do is just to have it show on here. I want to put the arrow. That's just for Obviously, just being YouTube, so let's make that a bit bigger. I don't need it that big, that's a bit too much. But something like that, and I wonder if I can... Yeah, so I can do that, and then make it a bit smaller, but now it's a bit more thinned out, so it's not as uncomfortable. So, you know, from that to that, and then I want to add text. And I do want to change the background, and that yellow was nice. So let's go to the... Let's get the background tool. That way it changes everything. And where is it? There it is, paint bucket. And let's go... I want to go a bit more... Yeah, like, let's try that. No, you know what? Not doing that. That's awful. But that's why you live and you learn. So, this will just be a white one. And then text, I use a day without sun, regular, you know, whatever you want to do with this. I'll probably do crisp. And then for this, I would do in black, so you can actually read it. Using let's do generative AI to improve my... Oh, I spelled improve wrong. There we go, and now I'm going to go ahead and do this to move it. And while you're in there, same thing, if you click Shift while you're in it, or sorry, Control, you can adjust things, make it a bit bigger, smaller, etc. I want to make it a little bit bigger because I would like for it to stand out. Oh, what just happened? I would like for it to stand out. And it's not going to do that, especially this font just doesn't do a good job of standing out unless it's bigger. So, and I'm doing...